Okay, I'm starting the video. Okay, where's my glasses? Oh my God, I can't find my glasses. Can I use these? I can use these, right? How do you plug these in? These are like good glasses, right? I'd be okay if they would stay on my head. But you know what? Let's plug in. Let's see what kind of energy we can plug in. You see, it won't work. It will work here, right? I can plug it in the back, but it falls off. But the best place to connect your energy is right here. You see, now it works. Now all we have to do is put on the glasses. There we go. Now we got a book in the final chapter of primary page 281, section 3 of Demerit 183. But you're going to have to look that up in some sort of dictionary in some library. There's so many laws and regulations out there, they can't seem to figure out what's right and wrong anymore. Their in between is so minute between the next side that it really doesn't show any basic law at all. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I mean? You go to court and they use too many terminologies of comparison. Check it out, my friend, you know. Of course we need regulations. A lot of us are not cool out here. But don't forget, a big part of us are a product of our society. All these gangs that are out there, they wouldn't exist if there was a better life. You know what I'm saying? They're out there. You know what I'm saying? MS is out there. They're doing their thing. Why? Because you made them that way. That's the way they are. It's ABC with them, and that's it. The same way the government should be. They should learn from some of these gangs. You know what I'm saying? They're not that crazy after all. I think they do know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? They're protecting the territory they're in. They're not going down to Chicago and some other country. You know what I'm saying? They're protecting territories. Why? There's a question, why? Why are they protecting territories? Why are gangs coming out? You know what I say? Wow. What insight, eh? Whoa. Okay, now this is what I'm going to get to, and I did a lot of these stupid little things, and I'll try and explain them. Letter X, 24th letter. On a dice, the only way to get it is 2 and 4, 1 and 5, 3 and 3. It also can be made by itself on one dice. Therefore, in the primary world, this can be created by 1, which means that a man can have a child, because man can only do 1 to 6. There is no 7 with man. Anything that is a 7, it's an add-on. It has nothing to do with him. It comes in with his spirit. Okay, then what I did is the 4th letter. We're going to only work on the 4th letter now. Level 49. 4 and 9, 13. Level M. This is the level of love. 13 does not exist. It only exists when 0 becomes 1. Because you're standing at a start and you actually haven't been. So you're at point 0. But really, you are somebody, you are someone. The sum of 1. 7 united men of 3 creation of the sum of 1. Oh, we're still on. Okay, I'll continue. So what I'm going to try to get at that is, you see, 13 is a very funny number. You see, when you walk into the building, you went up some steps, right? So since you went up those steps and into the corridor or lobby, does that count as floor number 1? Or now you on the lobby? So if you're in the lobby, do you go to floor number 1 next? But in all reality, when you say wait on floor number 1, you can also say wait in the library. I mean in the lobby. So where is floor number 1? You see, the 0 point, okay, when you're doing height and stuff like that, or when you're doing, let's say from the center point this way, this way, this way, and this way, you're at point 0, okay? But when you say January, it's the first month. There is no 0 month. There's no 0 month. There's no 0 month. Actually, there is. It's October. October is the 0 month in representation of the egg of man, the row. The salmon, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. My grandfather taught me all this, I'm telling you. He's up there, my friends. Oh my God, we're in big trouble. You know why? Because my grandmother, her last name, Sorry to say this, Bub, but I got to do this online. I'm quite sure I would be frank with everybody, but that is the truth. Okay. Now, in their detail, somewhere was her last name, if you can make it out. I had to do it that way. So check it out. You know, she's honest, so therefore her last name would be something like that. And my grandfather, right, which is basically this whole thing of my book is all about, Free the Myth of Zazareth, is part Russian, Jewish, Russian, Jewish. Told me a lot of stories about, you know, believe it or not, he was from near Chernobyl. You see, when I say near, that gives me a little bit of space, right? Got to work with space. But when I tore apart my last name, and obviously my last name probably is out there somewhere, somebody knows my last name. What am I going to do? You know, I'm going to tell you something about life. The reason when you come into life, let me look this up in my page here. Let me look back one page. Let me look back 2 pages, because this has to do with the sum, and I just wanted to say it the right way, and I don't know if I'm going to even find it. So you're going to sit in here a little dribby-drabby as I go along looking for a word that I cannot find. Anyways, Universal Service Angels. Okay, Universal Soldier Men. The letter M, the letter R. Men, Angel, Residents, Spirit. M, okay, Men, Angel, Resident, Spirit. In which spells out in the initials Mars. Think these are just coincidences, what I bump into? Absolutely not. So let me show you something about my last name. And I was in the farming business, okay? And I've done this before, but my first 4 letters are Frem. But the R is an R angel resident. The A is not pronounced or seen over here. So it's far. How far are you? I'm as far as the letter M. This pronounces the sound. Forget about the E now. Take the A. We now have a farm. Or it's fair. Now, if we take the last part of it, okay, that's pretty easy. This is my family's name. Every one of these initials, okay, have a reason to do it my family's name. Now, I don't want to start naming out my family right now, but my father is the F, because F in Fremeth stands for the first initial, and the father stands for the first initial, so we need not say his name. The next letter is R, and I'm the R. The next one is E, and that's my mother. The next one is M, and that's my brother. The next one is E, and that's my sister. And the last one is my mother again, because she has 2 names. Now, she gets the name under TH, because in this world, okay, in the time heaven, she's under one name, but in the E heaven, she's under another name. So it goes TH, and the H is part of what her name actually is. Another thing for NASA, if you ever want to see, 5th letter, Area 51, just is 11, SA, Satan, Satan, Tasman, 10, Earth. Don't forget this H can be turned like an I, right? So we would go E-I-E-I-O. Why would we do that? Because it's simple. 23rd letter in the alphabet, that's as high as our clock actually goes. The minute our clock starts, this is where it goes. This stays at a longer period, okay? Because the 12 o'clock doesn't even stay there for a second. So it's already 23 something the minute it starts. The minute it starts, the 24 is from where you came. And the 23 is for where you are, because it begins on 23. Don't forget, at 24 hours, the clock is at a standstill. 24 hours, okay, is an expression. Expression. Yes, I'm learning at the same time. So then we go E-I-E-I-O. 23, 59, 59, 1,000ths of a second. That's what this says. E-I-E-I-O, Farmer in the Dell, is 23, 59, 59, 1,000ths of a second. Why? Because it's in the 10, 10, 10 world. 10 times 10 is 100, is 1,000. This is our world. 23 of creation, another way to see creation. Oh, look! Wee-o! Wee-wee-o, wee-wee. We, I, it means us, who we are, all us eyes, our eyes in the O world. Whew. Try to convince a crowd. Holy Mac calling on Christ. The energy is persistent. It'll never stop. Why? Because I won't let it stop. Even when it goes down, I see it's still there. Don't worry about it. Relax, relax. It'll come back. It'll come back. It'll come back. You'll make it come back. I'm going to cause it to come back. I want it to come back. I never want it to leave. It's the only energy that separates me from this world and the actual parting of this world. I never want to part because you have all these friends and all these parts, and right? So you don't want to part from this world. But in all actuality, woo, baby, it must be so much fun elsewhere. But I'm not looking for the easy right now. Not looking for the easy, and probably it won't be that easy anyways, especially the adjustment from going from in this body to going where? The rest of the energy? Who and how do we feel? We see who we are and we feel what we feel, but we only see the body of who we feel. We don't see where the actual brain is. Do we ever get to see our own brains? Okay, the other thing I want to show you on this is I screwed up a little bit over here. You see the square eights? Sideway eights, square eights, sideway eights. Okay, look what it makes. Colorado Rocky Mountains. Okay, if you turn it sideways, it's a B. It's a Bluetooth. Here's the 11 sideways. Okay, here you see with this one here. Here's your 1. Here's your 2. Here's your 1. Okay, these are your portals. Right here's a match. This is where the energies go through. This is your 88. Okay, this is one angel. This is the other angel. 2 dice from this world, 2 dice from this world. Oh, now we got more dice. Listen, my friends, if you think we got 4 dice for this entire universe, what are you, sad? I told you. Turn over the monkey, open up his butt end, and take out all the body parts. We're in for a big bang in the sky. Light up the sky and turn out the lights because we're going to have a good time. You ever thought of that before? When the day goes away, the night sky comes out, the lights, the fireworks that come into the sky. Oh, it's the sky, it's the night that actually should be lifting us other than the day. We need the day to lift us, but it should be the night. Imagine if every night lifted us high. We'd have less arguments, we'd sleep better, and we'd have better rentability during the saggy old day. Oh my God, what are we doing today in this lifeless world? Well, you know what? You can add to the lifeless world by penning what you put into your mind. Because it's the mind that has to live. The body is just dragged along. And no matter how much weight you put on the body, you can't teach the mind through the body. Can you? Can you? Of course you could. Of course you could. The body teaches the mind teaches the body. Right? That's why we work with spades. Spades are shovels and pick. You know what a pick is? A pick is a spade in French. It's the most powerful card in the club. But according to my understanding, the spade, okay, is only important because it makes the other side of the strength of a heart. But it is black, takes the energy of Christ in order to make it live with the red blowing flame of the blue energy inside man can only make this spade live. That's the way I perceive it. Therefore, when we go back into the retracted world, the spade becomes the weakest card. And guess what? The mind is always colorful, therefore it'll always be dark. So the club must live on. But, talking about redheads, it's got to live on with a little bit of our red heart into a dark club. Is the hair going to be red, purple? What color is that hair going to be? Or do we all turn out just pink little pigs that turn around and turn all kinds of colors and marbles, just like the marbles are, depending on how we feel inside? Anyways, okay, I'll continue on instead of mammling off to myself. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, transfer. This is a block, okay? This is also a representation of this. These are the hats that you see the kings and the jacks wearing. Also, you can turn these into aces. At the same time, it's the letter I, an H, and a butterfly if you really want. You can turn this thing into anything you really want. And here's another thing. They say it's the wind, right? What about to wind something up? I don't see this saying wind, But this would say wind, but they don't use this for wind. Therefore, okay, this has to be some sort of code they're using somewhere else. This is a code somewhere that's already been used and in effect, and they can no longer use this. I do not know what it means, but with the Y in between the N and the D, and D already means second place. ND, ending in ND, okay, creation. The Y is the split fracture between angel and man. The N is the passage of the angel. This is what they're winding. They're putting man, okay, second onto this earth because it's 23W creation. The angel is created first. I mean, you can't get here if you ain't got no electric. You better go check your fuse box before you go to bed tonight. Because if your fuse ain't lit up, my friends, tonight you will not awaken from your sleep. But should you keep the fuse lit, you shall be awake throughout all your dreams, and you will learn new logic and understanding into the new world cometh upon us in a the shortest of all futures is coming in. It is coming in, and I feel it in the air. The energies I feel. My hair is lifting on my body. It penetrates inside of us moment by second. There's not a minute or air lapse that goes in your body that you do not change to the newality of the changes of the universe. And one of the reasons for that is because, just like they say, all these toxic gases that go into the air, well, guess what? They go into you too. You too. It's you too and me too and all of us. There's not just one. And that's why God owns the one. There's one and there's one X. Then the 19th letter S is actually on the second level, but it's really the first level because the first level is the level of 0. 0 to 9. One digit only, no pass and go. There is no other. Let me explain to you something. Okay, 19 on roulette is red and 1 is red. 1 and 9 is 10 red. But, okay, 4 and 6 are black numbers, and 4 and 6, 10, totality on the board is black. Imagine the black spirit. Hello, isn't that us? Or are we red? Yeah, sorry, we're red because we're living. We're number 19. Man is number 19. And then the angel, I'll take a guess on that. He's got to be X equals 4 and 6. You know why he's X? Because he ain't got a name. He wasn't born yet. He hasn't picked up his manette and say, okay, enter in the name of your avatar before you light up. So the angel gets up and he goes, Dad, I'm going away for about 60 to 80 Earth years. He says, oh, son, you're going to play in the schoolhouse. He says, have a good night. They look back at me and, what do you mean, have a good night? Well, in the schoolhouse, 70, 80 Earth years is just about a one night sleep, I guess. Somewhere around there. I'll stay up a little bit later if he lives till 90. But usually my life runs out, and at 90 he's done. And I would not feel too good to go back to play again if I overplay. So we'll stay out. But you know what? My earlier life that I was in, we used to die at 45 and 50 because it was boring. We got out there and we made action. We weren't really looking to longevity like we are now. But now there's so many interesting things out there. Everybody wants to live. I want to live because I want to go to France. I want to live because I want to see that building. I want to live until I get a lot of money. I want to live. I want to live. I want to see. I want to go this summer next to a lake, in the lake. I want to see the fire come out at night. I want to see the moon come out. I want to listen to the birds and the crocodiles come out of the waters. Oh my God. The government at a camping site? Of course, they own all the camping sites, don't you know? But watch out and beware. Why did I say that? Okay. Now we are on to, oh yes, just stupidities. Baseball. They give out the pennant. You win the pennant, and you play baseball on the diamond. So you must be a tenant to be on the diamond. No? A tenant is you rent a space on the diamond that you all play and people come and they pay you salaries, but you have to rent a place to play on the diamond, no? So man has to live. He's got to rent a home to live in. Baseball. Anyways, another word, rewards. We are going to give you rewards. Whoa, stop. Means to give you back from what we took. Okay? War, it means to take back from what we took from the war. Okay? But the wards is the wards of all the hospital where we took away everything in war, of war. We now give rewards. Why? Is it because war was so, what's it called, in our head, that the minute we see war and it's not war, now they're giving it away. So our mind goes this way, and it's a complete opposite, so it doesn't give us a chance to stop in between to think what a reward actually cost. Because when the Americans went to war, didn't it cost them some money? You know, I was thinking, 400 million Americans in the U.S. Let's say it takes about an average of $500 to live a person. Okay, that would cost them an estimated $187 billion a year for every man, woman, and child to own a car, pay their gas, eat food, go out, buy cigarettes, buy pot, and pay their taxes, pay their licenses, and everything else. $187 billion. 400 million people at $470 each. If I calculate it right, it's $187 billion. Okay. Now, just let me show you something. Okay, now I'm just doing this off the top of my head. Okay. Think about the drug trade. Okay. First of all, I forgot to tell you something. Yes, a part of things that cost the government money that man doesn't pay is 43,000 miles of interstate that they have to maintain every year. And the way I understand it, it's so hard to get the exact information, but it costs approximately, the way I see it, with the on-ramps and the off-ramps, it cost about let's say $6 million, $7 million for a mile. And why I say this is because I'm adding on certain streets and roads, usually secondary and some secondary streets and housing districts. I usually pay for most of their own streets, $10,000 a house or whatever. Build 100 houses, you got $1 million. Anyways, whatever it is, it's somewhere around there. So you have 43,000 miles. Okay, 43,000 times. Let's say it cost 50,000 a year. No, let's say it cost $100,000 a year each mile. Okay, that would put you at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 million, 10 million, 300 million, $4 billion. Highway keep up should cost about $4 billion a year. I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking. Okay, and don't forget that's extra money because, like I said, it's already been included in gasoline and road taxes and stuff like this. So I'm always going to use a higher figure. I hope I'm not off in this. So that basically leaves it to around $200 billion you feed every single American. Everybody can do almost everything. Almost. There's a lot of things they still can't do. And $475 a week for a person, I don't care what anybody says, is not a lot of money. Okay? So when you're making less than $70 a day in today's day, it's not a lot of money. Okay? And that's basically what minimum wage is. 40 hours, $10, $400. It's not a lot of money. Okay? So it costs $200 billion. Okay, where's all the money going to come from? So we have companies. I didn't do the whole story right now. We have companies and businesses and people work. What do they earn and what's missing? The government won't have to make up the $200 billion. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you what the totality should cost, 200 billion. There's a lot of things left out, but I'm just telling you like this. Everybody has a house. The average house is $600, everything included. Why do I say it like that? Man, woman, and child. So if your house of four, I'm included as man, woman, and child in this, don't forget. So a child also has to make the same salary of 462, and they don't even work for the first 20 years. So everybody has to actually make $800 a week. Okay? Where do I get my figures from? It doesn't matter. I just know it's not working out. I know when I go to work, I don't make more than $200. So if nobody wants to date me for my $200 salary, that's fine. I have more to offer. Just $200, because $200 for me is just pass go. You know what I'm saying? Just like the Monopoly game. That's the way it is. It's pass and go, $200. Where are we going to go next? I was just thinking about the Russian. Okay, I was just looking it up, and when you think about it, Russian, I mean, it actually says sister and brother. Because noir, okay, Russian, I'm thinking of Black Russian, then I think Black Russian is your sister. That's the way it works out in my, you know, when they say look at a picture and tell me what you see. Well, I look into the word and I replace the letters to the way I want, and you get the black sister. You get the black sister, and Russ, backwards from Russ, it could be rustique, and the 7 ball in pool is the rustique ball. So and the flag is red, white, and blue, and I looked at some of the stuff they got out there. It's like a Disneyland, but it's just so beautiful. Some of the places like Disneyland, it's almost like first it was Russia and then it was Disneyland. It's almost like that. I listened to their flag. I looked at their flag. They got white at the top, okay, and in between the white and the red in the bottom, they got the electronic blue, which is man, and the only space where the blue on the flag comes out is on the east and the west. The white is the Holy Ghost at the top. The red spirit is at the bottom, the ocean of blood of who we are, and man is in between. Perfect flag. They're not decorating. And the hammer and the sickle, okay, you know that element of hammer and sickle? I see something a little bit different in it. I'm going to try and find it in my book. So many things I've written down. Oh, I can't find it. I will find it. You might have to wait. You can just shut me down. Don't shut me off forever, because I'm not going away. We're from another town. Oh, I just ripped this. You know what's funny? Here's another thing I want to show you. Can you count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cent. Ent. Enterprise. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. It says edifice, which means office. Which floor? 16th floor. From the 11th to the 16th floor. Okay. Then when you go on all the way to the bottom, okay, it goes 20 and 1. Twin, 20 and 2, 20 and tray, 20 and cat, 20 sucks, 20 sex, 20 of this night comes the black cat. That's what the numbers in English and French, reversing them, makes out. Then again, when we put it here, unos, dos, tres, unos, dos, tres, equals the loving angel. Okay, anyways, yeah, I still want to show you the little design I made. Wasn't a very good design. I've done so many things. Oh my God, here's one I didn't do. It's crazy. You know what you can do with the letter H? It's so much fun, because the letter H is A-C-H-E, right? So if you put a B in front of an H, you got a beach. Hammer, sickle. Look, this is what Russia was trying to show you. This is you, your quarter moon, your body. This is an injection that the lands to the east where I live. This is what they do to you. This is what the hammer and sickle is about. Nobody got it right. It's banging out that needle from us. We do not need that needle of life to change our life. We can live the sliver of the quarter moon of the silver man all on his own. This is us. This is us. We don't need this, Monsanto's. We don't need your extra insulin. Okay, we don't need some of these things. You cause us to need all these things in bio. Everything is 10% quicker now, and man can move no quicker now than ever before. No quicker, my friends. No quicker, Raphael 7286. There's a lot more I have written down. I can go and go and go, but there's nowhere to go. I don't want to go too fast. So I got to relax. Hold on. It's almost like getting on a train. Once I get onto a little roll, I get onto a train. I don't like to leave you guys out in the gray. You know what I'm saying? Sitting here on the radio, you're expecting to listen to something, and all of a sudden he says nothing at all. But that's okay, because that's who I am. I tell you a lot about something that may mean something to you, but it means something to me because I have a vision upon many things, and I'm just trying to let everybody know what I see, because it's all about me, right? You know what I'd like to say about what I just said? I can throw up. Fuck me. I care about me. Of course I care about me. But this is, oh my God, if I can get into something like this, saving the world. I can see the newspapers tomorrow. Fantasyland man, MrTacpans, evades all cameras, has never been seen yet, speaks of saving the world. Where is this man? Bring on 7286.